What is going on, guys? It's your boy Slick, and today we are going to do a live commentary on the dev server. Possibly have an edited video for later on tonight, but I'm going to be coming out with a series of first look videos. Now, they're going to go into their own category and stuff. I shouldn't really have to explain it because I'm kind of going to be explaining it in those videos, but just basically wanted to do more quality overviews of dev server tanks. So when this one came out, instead of jumping onto a stream, I just took some time and edited videos with some cinematics and stuff where I can structure a video out and talk about what the tank's going to be like in my opinion, and then still let people know what has changed and what might change and stuff like that. So without further ado, the LA200. Now, this is something I didn't cover from the last dev server. This thing is pretty interesting. It's a high-speed fighter armed with three 37mm cannons, and it has two pilots. It's got a pilot and a co-pilot. I don't know if the other pilot, he does have a stick there, but the gauge cluster on the side might be a little different. I don't know if it's exactly like a double. I don't know if he's actually there to fly the plane. I'm not too sure. I'm sure one of you smart guys in the comments can let me know. Because a lot of people usually know that stuff. But it looks great. I think it's a cool plane, and it actually has two engines, which is pretty interesting. There's an engine in the front and an engine in the back. I don't know how that really works. I would guess that this is a thrust engine, and this requires the intake, right? I don't know how the air passes through. I don't know how effective this system is. You know, I'm not really a rocket scientist or a jet manufacturer or anything like that, but I would just assume that the air getting to this engine would be hotter and kind of negate the, I don't know, I mean, I guess it still makes thrust. I don't know. Somebody let me know how that works too. But it's still a pretty interesting aircraft, so we're going to test fly it, see how it flies, how fast it does. I also have a little bit of footage of me using it, shooting down some planes in a normal match, so maybe I'll put that in there. Alright, let's get it. Alright, we're on the runway, just spooled down the engines. Let's take the HUD off and take a look at this cockpit. So, definitely a nice cockpit. A little weird on the pixels, but it does look pretty good. I don't know what it is. I think it's something about the new engine. The lines are a little bit sharper. So I don't know. Maybe I have to mess around with my settings. I know my settings aren't the same on the dev server as on the live server, so that might just be what I'm seeing right now. So you guys might notice that. We have Ivan. That's what I'm nicknaming this Ivan. And it's going to be Ivan and Yuri. I don't care what anybody says. They're my two pilots. Other people might have different opinions. The backspace view, or view looking over your shoulder, looks pretty good. The thing is, I don't know what it's going to be like when it's fully closed. I don't know if that bottom part comes all the way to the front here. Not to the front, but you know what I'm saying, all the way up. We'll have to see when we're flying what that looks like. But the gauge cluster is nice. It sits kind of low. But it might be it's not tall gun sight, so it's probably going to be hard to hit shots with this thing. I just thought about. Let's start the engine up. Sounds pretty good. I like the startup. I like the engine sounds and stuff. Now we're going to full thrust, but we'll brake. So we're holding the brake now. I'm going to give it full thrust. And as soon as it starts to go, I'm just going to let go of it. All right, let go of the brakes now. Alright, full thrust. Looks like it gets going pretty quick. We'll have to see how fast we're going. It's nothing crazy in the thrust department. Now, I was flying this a little bit earlier, and the things I noted was it does have a really nice turn. I'm curious to check out its climb rate and stuff. I'm pretty sure right now it is a 9.0 plane. Or an 8.0? Is it an 8.0? It might be 8.0. I shouldn't even be talking about that if I don't know the information properly. Let's put it in a 20 and see how it climbs. Alright, we climbed up to about 2,000. Now I'm going to shallow dive. Oh, no. I'm going to dive in pretty hard. We'll see how fast we can get this thing going. I'm going to fly straight out to the water line and then zoom climb. So I'm going to see if we can get this thing going its fastest. Who's on the radio? What are you guys talking about? Let's see how fast we can get this thing going. Now it says 1,107 fully spaded. This thing is fully spaded. I don't think it's faster than a MiG-17 right now. Doesn't feel faster. Saber might even be faster. Hunter definitely. It seems like it's slow on the top end, getting to that 1,000. Now I'm curious to see how it retains it, because it is fast. It's very good at turning. Return to the battlefield. All right, then we'll just zoom climb right here. I'm full elevator right now. No rips. We hit 9 Gs. We'll just pull it back up. Oh, well that sucks. All right, let's dive it back in and do the same thing, I guess. Oh, here we go. We got it going from here. It's definitely a good looking plane. So we're actually redlining at 1,081. I'm gonna pull it up, full elevator, see if it rips. No rip. And now we're gonna climb. See what we get to. This thing is dope. 500. We're almost at 4K. This is a big plane. Alright, and then we're gonna flap it. We're gonna flap it, flop it. We should start to catch with that engine, the angle it's at. I would assume the plane will start to catch at a certain degree. Let's see. We're still climbing, and speed's going back up. And we're maintaining altitude. And we're good. Wow. So from the ground, it climbed up to 5,300. Now, you probably couldn't do that with enemies up here, but it's definitely a efficient method of getting up high. Now, we're going to dive down from this and see how fast we can really get this plane going, and see if we can rip it. The response, it feels like a little bit heavier of a MiG-15, but it turns pretty well. Definitely can get going. Reduce speed. Here we go. All right, we ripped at 1,023, 1,123. I don't know. It's pretty close. It's pretty close to what it says the top speed should be. So I don't know. Maybe mine's not completely upgraded. Let's check it out. Yeah, so I just went back and checked, and that was indeed the spaded LA200. So let me know what you guys think about this jet. You think it's going to be the stopgap measure? It is 8.0, so I was right about that. Doesn't seem too good for not like it's too good for 8.0. I think it's going to be a good 8.0 jet that may or may not be able to compete with the top tier jets. I was fighting against them earlier. It seemed like this plane could kind of hold its own if it was a support role in like a MiG-17 game. So I think it's going to be a good plane to mix in with MiG-15s, MiG-17s, have some variety in there. Yak 30s, and now the Yak 23. It'll be cool to have this plane in. I think it doesn't necessarily fill a spot, but it doesn't create a problem in the game either. I don't think it's going to be too hard to kill. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like I said, big videos coming up. If you're new to the channel and maybe you just want to see dev content and stuff, feel free to click that subscribe button, and I'm definitely going to be uploading some dev stuff for the following days. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Look at Yuri. Yuri, how are you doing in cockpit, my friend? Today, we make greatness. We make very greatness.
Death to the T-64. Damn. There's some straight up hate, Slick. Oh. That's some dirty nonsense.
Dirty nonsense.
Aha, he bounced on the front turret. Oh, jeez. Whoa. That is a... Aha! Bounced again.
Alright, I'm coming back. I'm killing you fucking guys. Catching me off guard and shit. So it seems to lose speed fast. And it doesn't really get as going as fast as I'd like it to.
So Challenger's actually faster than it, maybe?
No, I'm talking about the LA.
Oh.
Challenger seems a little faster than T64. Damn, I got rammed by him. His dead carcass pulled up at the last second.
Oh, come on, man. Let the 64 shoot at my turret. Ooh, is it? Oh, Leopard 2K got me. But the 64 bounced his shot. I'm not sure where he fired, but it was on my turret somewhere.
He bounced it.
Yeah.
Done
I don't know what
bounced it.
ammo he's. I don't know what he's at what ammo he's using either. So it's getting close, Slick. I'm gonna have to vamoose pretty soon.
I know. That's okay. I'm just trying to get my... I want to see if these guns spark. I can get the... You just gotta hit once and they're dead. But it's about hitting. It's tough. It's a little different placement than the MiG. Yo.
Did I get a critical on you?
Yeah, you shot my rudder off. Just my rudder. That's all that happened, though. You really, like... That's hilarious. Alright, I want to see how this thing has to defend against the Saber. I don't have a rudder now. This thing turns pretty damn well. Not as good as the Saber, evidently. Alright, I need to get a shot.
I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in axe and sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks.